Puerto Vallarta has become internationally known as one of the most important places for quality art galleries in Mexico. You can visit these galleries at any time, but I would recommend taking the Art Walk tour, which hosts 19 different galleries running every Wednesday from October through the end of June. The reason I say to do the Art Walk is that they always have entertainment, sometimes some food, and the visiting artists are generally at the galleries to explain their work. It's the perfect thing to do just after a meal. If you're in Centro, after you go to the restaurants, head on out to the galleries. They're all open and they're all free. They're all centrally located near the start of the Malecon at the Rosita Hotel, just east of it, a few streets up. You can actually pick up a map showing where all the art galleries are located from any of the tourist booths along the Malecon. The 19 galleries associated with the Art Walk are open from 6 to 10 every Wednesday evening, and many times they have entertainment such as the piano player that you saw here. They have lots of their artists who are exhibiting in these different galleries available to talk to. Sometimes they have beverages or different refreshments, and in this particular night, you'll see a little later on, we actually had an opera singer standing on one of the corners distributing or showing off her talents, and she was exceptionally good, so look for that in the video. Now, there's no wrong way or right way to visit all the art galleries, and you don't have to visit all 19, of course, and you don't have to decide or start at number one. Just pick which one you're near the restaurant of your choice that you just visited. If you're out after dinner, walk on through it, then proceed on to the next one and go to the ones that you fancy. I fancy them all, actually, so we visited probably about 8 of them this evening, and then we ran out of time, so I guess I'm going to have to go back and visit the other 8 when I have a little more time. And the reason we ran out of time is that some of these galleries are actually quite large and they have an immense collection. They're so interesting and they're so different. And when we're talking about art, I'm not only talking about paintings, but they also have lots of statues as well, and different media such as fabrics, paper mache, wood, as well as your traditional paintings and sculptures out of bronze and clay and so forth. So we had dinner at Pipis just down the street, and we decided that the first gallery that we're going to go to is called Corsica. It's one of the larger galleries, and they always have this great assortment of paintings, but what I really like about them is this great assortment of statues, which I'll show you as we walk around this particular gallery.
Look at the red on this one. Corsica Art Gallery, and we're on the Art Walk in Puerto Vallarta. Rembrandt, Van Gogh. Oh, I like this gallery. They've changed quite a bit.
Oh yeah, we were here before and don't recognize anything other than the grounds.
Oh, it's too bad the glare. You can't really get her.
Like what they got here this time. Stunning pieces.
As you can see, the art walk is very popular, so there's lots of people on the street and going through each one of the galleries. Some great music here, some great art pieces as well, lots of vibrant colors, which is really interesting, and the artists are so varied in terms of what they're offering here. Some a little modern, some a little bit esoteric, some of them very, very traditional as well. And then these are really not, I wouldn't say, traditional Mexican art, or what I would say, maybe I should say indigenous art is the word I'm looking for. But we'll come to a gallery a little bit later on where you'll see that as well. But every type of art that you can imagine can be found along at these 19 different galleries in Centro here, and I highly recommend you check out some of the galleries. And in this video, we're going to probably be going to at least, I think, 4 or 5 of them, so you'll get a real appreciation for what's available in Puerto Vallarta. And as I said, the art scene in Puerto Vallarta is very, very high, and the galleries here have all increased in number and size to accommodate it all. And this being a nice free tour with lots of music and opera singers on street corners just makes it that much more enjoyable. And I'll say the other advantage about doing the art walk is that you get to explore some of the back alleys and streets in Puerto Vallarta as well, and that's also very interesting. And it's also very, very safe. Lots of people on the street here. I've never heard of any issues. So again, I highly recommend that you do this activity, especially after dinner. It's a great thing to walk off your meal, or maybe even walk to a different place and have dessert, and along the way run into some of these art galleries. So now here's our opera singer just belting out a few tunes, and we'll stop talking here and have a listen. Well, I never expected to hear some of the songs from Phantom of the Opera as I walked through a Mexican street and through these galleries, but it was quite a pleasant surprise and quite an introduction to this particular gallery, and it is called Galerie des Artistes. One of the incredible things about this particular gallery is some of the size of some of the sculptures. They're just huge, and I'll show you that at the end of this little section of video. Really nice, eh?
The owner owns two galleries. That one and this one. This is the
degradado. Pretty whimsical.
Vamos a take a picture and see how it looks. Okay.
Repetir esta que fue la primerita que canté en una versión diferente.
So the next gallery we're going to go into is called Omar Alonso. And again, this particular one has lots of different artwork, some a little more whimsical or more modern, I guess. Lots of different paintings as well as statues as well. Probably not as large as the ones that we saw in the Brown Gallery, but still very, very interesting. As you saw, I just walked across the street, and this particular area is on Leon Vicario, and it's right at the corner of Guadalupe Sanchez as well. I think there's about 8 galleries in this short little section here that you can visit all at once. And as I said, there's also, I think there's 19 galleries being exhibited on the Art Walk, but there's also a few other galleries that are open as well. They're just not on the pamphlet for the Art Walk, but they are open as well that you can visit. So lots of places to go check on out.
Lots of fun. That's what you need on your wall, David, in the new condo.
So that was the Omar Alonso Gallery, and now we're off to our next one down the street here, which is The Motions. And I also think it might be Emotions by Corsica, so it might be affiliated with the first art gallery that we went through. And just before we leave, I just want to point out this famous restaurant that is very popular in the city here, and that's Café des Artistes. They've got a beautiful mural painted on the front here. Very, very colorful. I sort of like it better at night than during the day. I find it a little bit contrived when I look at it during the day, but it's absolutely stunning when you look at it at night. And this is the other thing I liked about walking the city streets here. You can see they've got these beautiful blue banners, and then on top of that they've got the these lights that are all around the trees, and that just makes it very interesting and just a nice way to spend the evening walking down the streets here. Just gorgeous streets and gorgeous pieces of artwork through all the galleries. So this next gallery is called the Brown Gallery. I really liked about this one are the stunning portraits, which I'll show you next.
Hola, amigo. Oh, this is fun, these ones.
He's an artist at the walk.
Hola.
That one's a hurt though. It's sorry. Actually, all three of these are right here.
That's interesting, I find. I don't know where I would put it, but it's interesting.
Did you see the one in the box?
Yeah.
Oh, that was cool.
But I do like this one.
This one, they get more racy if you want some.
I know, but it is good. Your next dog, Ed.
And this next gallery is called Emotions by Corsica. And as you can hear, they also have some music playing in the background. So probably going to get a copyright infringement on this video unless I can tone some of it down. So you might hear some spots where I'm talking over the songs and or maybe cutting out the sound completely if because I can't get a copyright infringement. I don't want to lose my chance to get this video monetized. Anyway, hopefully you don't mind. Again, another interesting gallery and a little bit different than the ones we just seen. And what you'll find surprising about this one is it's actually how large it is, the number of different rooms, and how eclectic it is. And then they have a little bit of a water fountain in the back along with a bar.
Places are a lot bigger than I ever expected. Hola, amigo. Thank you. Beautiful shop. It's a beautiful spot here.
Cindy doesn't really need to sue anybody.
No.
So you can see this gallery is a little bit different than the other ones. Different types of materials, different types of themes. I do like the water fountain that they have in the back here in the bar. It didn't look like it was open, but they had enough staff around, so I'm assuming you can get a drink there if you wanted to. But I really like this particular gallery. Just the variety, I guess, which brought it out to me. But I like these picture, especially the one on the right with the dog and the three ladies, a little more summery. Sort of reminds me of what we do here in the winter, which is head to the beach all the time. A little bit different, a little casual, if you know what I mean, so you don't have to take life seriously. So I found a lot of little different things like that in this particular gallery, and I really enjoyed that. So on to the next place, another gallery to check out here. So as you can see, there's a lot more galleries on this particular street, and one of the other things that I really enjoy about taking the art walk here is just walking the streets here between the galleries, especially when they're all lit up. Just the streetscapes are actually wonderful, so highly enjoy taking that in addition to the galleries themselves. And the last thing we're going to do here, or the last showing I'm going to show you in this video, is the last gallery, which is on our way home, and that's called Eclectica. It's easy to find, and one of the things I like about it is these gigantic murals that they have on the outside of the museum. Very, I guess I would call it indigenous art or themes, and both sides of the building are stylized that way, and I'll show you both sides here. And it's just down the street from the restaurant called Pipis, so it's very easy to find, and it's close to the start of the Malecon. And they have a lot of different art in this particular one, and a lot of it is indigenous themes. And though, again, it's another art gallery that I visited a couple of times in my, I guess, in the time that I've been in Puerto Vallarta, and what I found is that it is expanded extremely in the last 2 or 3 years, where it was only a couple of sections are open. They seem to have taken over a number of different buildings in the back here and extended the gallery, and each different room has a different theme, and I'll show you that next. Hola.
So you were I don't know where she came up. I don't know. Hola.
Well, that's colorful.
Buenas noches.
Buenas noches, bienvenidas.
Gracias. Mark. David wants some lizard.
It's nice. I like the way these things are painted up. Owls and rabbits.
And lizards.
Look at these.
I know.
Yes. I'll read it.
We collect donuts and awards because so the real output of the rejects say, oh,
What do you think of the lizard
like that
cake?
because
I like them.
so yeah,
David really wants the lizard.
and yeah, they put the name for the Saturday culture because
I like that.
What is means like made to be like a form of animal. So they are animals. So like I think more like some like your familiar
What'd you find? On a beach?
Wow, they've really opened up this space. It wasn't like this big the last time I was in here a few years ago.
Oh, wow.
This is huge now.
Yeah.
So I know some of them. For example, the countries are from the 1950s. The one this is from the 90s. And I think that the most oldest one, that more than 100 years, are these ones, the stones. Those are like the most. Yeah, probably some of them have 50, maybe years, but I don't know of the art. This is from the 90s.
The guy when we were here, he noticed the same thing.
I think you should get the deer.
He said the antlers are on backwards.
Yeah, you would get that. They switch.
Yeah.
But maybe they want it like that.
Well, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please like and subscribe. I do a lot of videos on Puerto Vallarta. I try to take you to the restaurants, do all the hikes, what you can do in the city. And if you like that type of content, then I think you'll enjoy what else I have on my site. So please like and subscribe. And thank you for coming along and watching this particular one. And if you're in the city of Puerto Vallarta and you're looking for something to do after dinner, I highly recommend, if you're here on Wednesdays, to do the art walk. You won't be disappointed. So in addition to the, I think, 5 different galleries I've shown here, there's another 14 that you can officially on the art walk tour that you can do, plus a few others. Anyways, thank you for coming along with me, and enjoy the rest of the video.